hmm What's going on, everybody? It's yours truly, FASHAW. And again, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in to my channel, Alphacology. And every Tuesday, y'all know how I do. I go live every Tuesday, man. You can still catch me on Anchor, but I'm doing my best to take my following from Anchor, and we're going to hop on YouTube and get this thing on wax and get these videos going. So with that being said, man, I appreciate you guys for listening, tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe. Like and subscribe, fellas, man. This for you, dropping these gems. Once you know better, you do better. All right. And that's why I decided to go ahead and take this time out to make this one particular video, man. I might make a couple more, man. How to be hood rat proof. And you know what I'm saying? And hood rat proof, aka Jezebel proof. How to be Jezebel proof. You know, that goes hand in hand, hood rat Jezebel. So how to be Jezebel proof, man, is more is more what we need to say around here. So that's what I'm gonna put down, man. But to be honest with you, a man has to protect himself mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, and financially. And if you're dealing with Jezebels, you're going to have to definitely learn how to protect yourself from those. All right. I do feel like it's some more Jezebels than there are what I like to call wives. You know, you got wife and you got concubine, but even if you're not dealing with these women intimately, if they're in your life, period, it could affect you. It could affect your psyche, your mental, your spirit. So based off my experiences in life and what I've learned and what all of us put together and what I've been through and what I've been studying, man, we could definitely guard ourselves up, put a shield between our peace, our love, our happiness, and these Jezebels out here, fellas. So the first thing you need to know, man, you need to know what a Jezebel is. And I love to give out gems and I'll tell you to go do your homework. But real quick, man, you look up in the Bible, it's the story of Jezebel. It's basically a king, I think it's King Ahab or Ahad, something like that. In the Old Testament, he had a wife. The wife was very corrupt. She was very manipulative. All right. And she was a murderer, a deceiver, a liar, a transgressor, and all that. All right. They eventually end up killing her. All right. You ain't got to kill no Jezebels. It's not really their fault. These women is today, when you look at society and how it's ran, it promotes a Jezebel spirit. It promotes a Jezebel spirit. So you got to first step to being Jezebel proof. You got to understand your environment. You got to understand that they promote and program women and push that Jezebel spirit on these women. All right. And the first thing you need to know is, hey, they are encouraged to be Jezebels. All right. You can see it on social media. You can see it through all the challenges they got going on. You can see it through that's not righteousness at all. So you always, when you meet a woman and you're dealing with women, you always gauge their righteousness. All right. That's always a good start. So with that being said, you have to sit up there and identify. The first thing with anything as a man, especially when it comes to survival, is identifying good, bad, same thing in the ugly. So you want to identify what's good, what's bad. All right. The first thing we need to do as men is identify the poisonous, the snakes. You identify the ones that don't have a deadly bite, and you got to identify the ones that have a deadly bite. That's just part of survival, fellas. So when we sit up here and tell you, hey, don't date a girl with this red flag, that I'm going to do a red flag one too video, but it's real simple. If you got a girl who's super manipulative, have narcissistic behavior, that means full of herself, does certain things for attention, you obviously see is Jezebel components in there, all right? Feminist, very liberal-minded, Jezebel components, all right? Hey, I don't make the rules. That's just what it is. So once you have a Jezebel component in there, now you could move accordingly. That's the first thing, recognizing the Jezebels. That's really one of the most important parts of actually being Jezebel proof, hood rat proof, all right? Recognizing the Jezebels, all right? Let's say you just playing around online, fellas. We love to play around online, and you run into a chick and y'all chopping it up. The first thing you need to go and look up, first thing you need to go do is look on her social media page. If she's bashing men, she got screenshots. And when I say bashing men, saying, you know, they ain't this, all men are evil, stuff like that. She got screenshots of dudes in the inbox, exposing dudes, a lot of messy stuff on her page. Bro, that's Jezebel energy. Stay away from that. All right? Always going back and forth in arguments on Twitter, Instagram, whatever she do. A lot of shady posts. Stay away from that. All right? We're definitely going to put that out because, hey, the internet is the internet. It tell you what you need to know about these chicks. No matter how much they say, oh, don't judge me by my page. Trust me, it's always some truth to that page. You get it? So that's one way to look at it, man. If you got a very chaotic, she has a very chaotic social media presence and stuff like that. I can't really get into details, but yeah, some girls, they thirst trap. All right. I feel like that's very, very normal for a woman to want to make herself the most attractive towards a man. As we're trying to be the most alpha versions of ourselves, one of those components, one of those elephants in the room is, hey, the more alpha we become, the more attracted women are to us. All right. That's just a perk that come with it. That's a pro that comes with it. Same thing with women. Like, well, when I look attractive and I be more, you know, some of us don't look for feminine energy. Some of us just look for the looks. So they got the makeup on, the filters on, the eyelashes, you know, they showing their curves or showing whatever asset they have in trapping. I look at it as you have to really study it, but I look at it as, okay, that might not be all the way the Jezebel, because guess what? It's a woman's nature to want to attract men. It's their nature. All right. Now, the way they attract men, we're going to get into that. If they're attracting you with body parts, all right, that's Jezebel. All right. And you definitely, just based off this social media, you go in there, you already know if you got you a Jezebel. All right. All Jezebels don't have to be hoes. They could just be very controlling and manipulative. Remember, a woman who's a Jezebel seeks to control you through manipulation. She can't control you through strength because you're a man, or through dominance because you're a man. It has to be manipulation. All right. Of usually, I like to say this, your emotions, your mental. All right. You might meet a woman who always wants you to take in consideration her feelings. If her feelings gets in the way of your purpose, you're dealing with a Jezebel. All right. So let's say you're a musician and you do music. And I used to run into this a lot. I'm gonna do me. I was playing football, and 2 hours out the day, I would work out, do my football drills, and any girl that talked to me knew 2 hours out the day at a certain time, I would work out and do my football drills. Certain chicks that I would try to date and talk to, I noticed the Jezebel spirit on them because they always wanted my time during my football training. All right. I even remember one time, and I'm going to tell y'all a quick story. I remember one time I was playing junior college football over in California. I was dating this chick. We was really into each other. And we was on the bus going to a away game. And driving to the away game, I look down at my text and I get a long text of her just breaking up with me. Sorry, it's not me, it's you. And like my head dropped. And my teammate who was a little bit older, he said, man, you don't see what she trying to do, man. She trying to throw you off your game. She coming to the game. She was like, I'm breaking up with you, but I'm still coming to the game. And he said straight up, he said, man, you got to ball out. Because if you have a bad game, she going to see it. And I was just like, whatever, right? But now that I think about it, it affected me. I was just like, why would she break up before a game? Now, it was hard for me to focus. It was no reason to do that because after the game, after we won, I thought she just seen me ball out and wanted to be back on the team. But it was just what I call, what they like to call a shit test. We end up getting back together, but now that I'm older, I wouldn't even let a chick play with me like that. At the time I was 18 years old. I just was like, I couldn't believe this girl broke up with me before my football game. So it was just in my head. And once I got a little bit older, especially while I'm doing the Jezebel proof video, part 1, I just actually noticed that, hey, a couple months ago, while I self-reflect on my life and see where I could have did better. A couple months ago, man, hey, I realized, I'm saying, man, that girl tried me, but she was showing me she was a Jezebel because she was trying to disrupt my purpose. So any girl who come in your life and wants you to take something away that is adding value to your life, your purpose, your job, your money, getting your bag, whatever it is, for her emotions, her so-called emotions, or she feeling neglected, that's a Jezebel. All right? Emotions and feelings should not play that big of a role in your relationship with a woman. She is a helpmeet to you. You're not a helpmeet to her emotions. All right? So y'all got to remember that. Put that in your head and stay alpha with that. All right? Your woman wants time and attention from you. She has to earn it. All right? So like I said, man, this has been another episode of Alphacology, man. We getting this manhood, this masculinity right on this new channel. I want you guys to understand something, man. Understand in order to be the most alpha version of yourself and be an alpha male, you got to stay focused on your goal, on your purpose. If she ain't there for your goal, your purpose, she ain't there for you, bruh. Straight up. With that being said, I got a phone call. Peace out.